Alright, hey guys. On this video I'm just going to make a meal for when I'm out camping. I'll probably bring it with me on my fishing trip on May 2-4 up into Algonquin Park. We're headed in for the opener walleye in May, so I figured I'd make a meal for when I'm out there and dehydrate it. So I'm going to do extra lean ground beef with some rice and quinoa, some red and yellow bell peppers, onion, celery, carrot, and I'm not too sure. I'll throw in some spices and stuff, and I'll cook it up when I'm out on trip, and I'll show you that as well, let you know how it turned out. I figured I'd do it so that you guys can maybe possibly try it yourselves, and let's give her a whirl. Alright, so the extra lean beef is just about done cooking. There's barely any grease at all, but I still want to take it over to the sink and rinse it out in the colander because you want to make sure that there's no grease at all, or else it'll go rancid a lot quicker. Alright, so now I'm just going to take the beef and put it into the colander. I chopped it up pretty fine when it was in the frying pan, but you just want to make sure you don't have any too big of chunks, and they won't dehydrate as well. Just trying to rinse all the grease out of there. With the extra lean, I find there's not much grease to begin with. And a good idea to know you're done rinsing is after you handle it. You want to be able to snap your fingers, but right now for me it's still a bit too greasy. Shake all the water out. And that's pretty good. I can snap my fingers, so we'll call it done. Alright, so I chopped up some onion. So I'll fry that up. I'll add the celery as well. And the carrots. I'll let these cook up first. I'll add the peppers later because they won't take as much cooking time. So that's cooked down a bit now, and I'll add my red pepper and my yellow pepper. I'll let this cook down a bit more, and then I'll add my ground beef. Alright, so the veggies are all cooked down. I'm going to add the beef. 3 cups of water. We're at 3.5. We'll let that come to a boil. Okay, so that's to a boil now. So I'm going to add a cup of brown rice. And a cup of quinoa. I'll stir that in and then I'll reduce it to simmer and let that sit for a while. Okay, I'm also going to add 2 chicken oxo packs. Just for some extra flavor. And a teaspoon of table salt to hopefully help preserve it a bit. It's looking like it's getting a bit dry, so I'm going to add a little more water as well. Maybe another cup. Mix that all in. I'll just cover it and let it simmer. Alright, so that's all done. I added a bit of roasted red pepper and garlic as well because I tasted it and it was a little bit bland. So now I'm just going to portion it out for the dehydrator. Alright, when I go to portion it out, I use this bowl because it's the same size as the bowl I use when I'm out camping. So I'll just fill it up. And I'll just spread that onto my dehydrator tray. I'm using one of the flat fruit leather trays. So I'll put it on there and I'll keep it separated so that I know that it's a meal by itself. Alright, so I got it onto the tray now. Each one here is a meal. So I have a divider there and a divider there. So this half is one meal and that'll be another meal. Alright, so I ended up with 3 trays full, so 6 meals. I'm just going to put that in the dehydrator. Or put the lid on the dehydrator. Because I have the beef in there, I'll put it up at the same I do with the jerky. So I'll do it at 160 degrees. Probably for about 8 hours. Alright, so I'll show you what it's like when it's done. Alright, so everything's done dehydrating. I just have to remove it from the dehydrator here. And then I've got the 3 trays full, 6 meals. So I'm going to take the meals off here, separate them into separate meals, and fill 6 of these individual Ziploc bags. So each bag will be 1 meal. Alright, so in the end this is what I ended up with. The 6 individual meals. I'll just take a Sharpie and write on the bag what it is so I know when I'm out there. Alright, so now I just take these and I throw them in the freezer. You can put these in a vacuum sealer or whatever you want, but I find just putting them in the freezer, and the longest I'm usually out is 8 days, and I have no problem with it going bad on me. So once I'm out on the canoe trip, I'll just add water, just enough to cover the rice, and then leave it sit for about 20 minutes. Makes for a quick and easy meal, and then that way you have a lot more time to do your camp chores, like gathering wood and setting up your gear.